We're back with our favorite guest, Alex. Alex, what are you making today?
We're making thin crust pizza on the grill. Here's the process for making the dough. It's a very, very simple recipe. We have warm water at about 110 degrees Fahrenheit. We have 4 cups of general purpose flour. We have salt, 2 teaspoons, and 1 teaspoon of yeast. The process is we put all of the water into a large bowl, like so, and then we mix in the yeast. We're gonna add the salt into the flour, mix it up a little bit, and then we start to gradually spoon the flour into the warm water mixture. And you slowly stir it in. And then the best method is just to get your hands in there and really mix everything up. Next step is to proof the dough. We take a clean bowl and we just lightly oil the sides to prevent the dough from sticking. And then we put the dough in there and we're gonna put it in the oven covered in a towel. The oven is set to only 100 degrees, which is probably gonna be the lowest setting that you can have. And the proof time for this is about an hour and a half to give the yeast time to do its work and expand the dough. Okay, so an hour and a half has gone by and now we're removing the dough from the oven. And as you can see, it's expanded to about 1.5 times its previous volume. We mix it to burst all the air bubbles because the yeast deposited a lot of CO2 into the dough, and so now we're trying to release all of it.
All right, here are some tips on how to make a nice round and thin pizza crust. First, when you start off with your ball of dough, you want to make sure you use plenty of flour and flatten it with a roller pin. Then once you have it in a circle, it's kind of thick, make sure you keep putting flour on it so it doesn't stick, and then you can start spreading it out. I like to start with the edge of the dough and let the dough hang down a little bit and keep turning it. Let gravity do the work for you. Then once it gets a little bigger, I put my hand under the dough, and again, the weight of the dough is actually doing the work for you. Then if you want to get fancy, you can throw it a couple times and spin it. Impress your friends. Key is to have fun with all this stuff. You can't really mess up too bad because if you get a hole in the dough, you can always patch it up.
For this pizza, we're gonna just take the sauce, put a little bit in the middle, and then slowly spread it around. And we're gonna add some Romano cheese to that. And we've got a little bit of prosciutto here to spice things up with a little bit of mozzarella. You have to break them up into pieces because otherwise they're just gonna get too lumpy. And finally, we'll finish it with a little bit of chopped arugula. When using a pizza stone on the grill, you need to make sure that it's good and hot before you put the dough on. We have these coals on pretty much at full blast, and we're just gonna drop this thing on, and we're gonna wait somewhere between 20 and 30 minutes to reach maximum temperature. You want it to be at about 500 degrees, so that's what we're shooting for. All right, so the pizza stone is now good and hot, and we're just gonna spread a little bit of cornmeal on the top to keep the dough from sticking. And then we slide it on and close it up for 8 to 10 minutes. So we're taking it off now after 8 minutes, and it's pretty much good to go. For our second pizza, we're gonna also get some pizza sauce in there and spread it around. We're gonna hit it with a little bit of fresh grated Parmesan. For this pizza, we're keeping the cheese kind of light, and we're just putting on some shrimp that have been marinating in butter and garlic, and just a little bit. You don't want to overload it. This is gonna come off as slightly artisanal. We're gonna add a little bit of Romano just to make it a little bit more robust. No reason to let a little fresh arugula go to waste, so we're gonna go ahead and garnish this. Okay, so we got our hot pizza stone, a little bit more cornmeal, just to make it easier to get it off once it's done. When you start seeing the brown and black spots forming around the crust, you know you're done. This right here is just charred cornmeal, which is normal. So we're gonna slide it on off. And it should be pretty rigid and come off pretty easily. And there you go. There it is.